I can
I'm
feel
gonna unmute this
that.
conversation because I can feel like
You
this
said
is going
humans are
places.
identical to pigs?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the majority of the genetic code is basically the makeup of all
I know what I'm
the
having for
biotechnical.
Christmas dinner.
What?
So we were talking about Digimon and Pokemon, and somehow we moved on to the fact that human DNA is very close to pig DNA.
Yeah. So if
I
the
don't know how we got there.
resemblance between human DNA and Pokemon DNA is about the same, then I would assume that it is very easy to modify a Pokeball to also catch humans.
Probably.
That's what
What if
Team Rocket
that's
should have been focusing on. Team
what
Rocket
if
should have been capturing
So
human
humans.
trafficking? Yes, that's what Team Rocket should have been focusing on, using Pokeballs.
Yeah, they could just go out there and catch 10-year-old kids
That's
running
how
around the place, you know?
that's how Officer Jenny would harass people.
I've long
ooh.
ever since you know ever since I was a teenager, I've long since given up on trying to add logic to the Pokemon world or like anything logical
The
just out the
games
window.
themselves have a little more of a cohesive thing going for it, but the anime is just
Yeah.
especially the American version
I
being
don't
the
know, the
American
games are pretty
version.
silly too.
The American version is so great compared to the
The
Oh,
original.
American
it is. It's the
the
best.
American version is same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! The American version, it just
I always loved the I think my favorite example of American censorship is in the show One Piece. There's a character called Sanji.
Yeah.
Um, he in the original is basically always running around with a cigarette in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But
In the
in
American version, they censored it. They
Got a
turned the
lollipop.
cigarette a lollipop. So
yeah,
there's scenes where he's literally standing there, um,
with a lollipop in his
with a
fingers or
lollipop.
in his mouth.
Yeah, with a lollipop
It's
between his
so
fingers,
funny.
like a cigarette, and then slowly putting it to his mouth, just going.
Just sucking that lollipop.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with it held between two fingers, like you would hold a cigarette, and everybody's just like, America,
Yep, this is normal.
you suck.
Yeah.
gotta love those
Yeah.
jelly donuts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The
Or
American
Um,
the old the Pokemon censorship where he's making rice balls and he's like, "Wow, these
For
jelly donuts."
kids, for kids entertainment butchered so much. They should never have been allowed to get their hands on
To
things.
touch Pokemon, yeah.
true.
Yeah,
Very
they
true.
uh
They
Yeah,
ruined
meanwhile,
so
over
but
much.
here,
I mean, it's we got amazing memes out of it. It's the best.
Like Blue Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball because Mr. Popo looked too much like blackface.
Yeah.
So when it got put on 4Kids, they decided to make him blue, and it just looks stupid.
They did that for Jinx too, didn't they? In
Jinx is
Pokemon.
more of a purple hue now.
Yeah, yeah, they fixed Jinx. They thought it was a little too blackface, so they changed her to purple. She's still
Anyway, Dungeons and
terrifying as
Dragons.
hell, either way you look at it. No matter how you look at it, Jinx is the most terrifying Pokemon.
meanwhile, I'm sitting over here being like, yeah, in our German children bedtime stories are a lot more violent and cruel than anything you can see in these shows. So we don't give a shit.
uh,
Ah,
okay, so hi Arya, how's it going? Oh guys, welcome back to Curse of Strahd. We missed a week or two of it, but we are back
I'm
with
sorry.
no worries, no worries.
jeez.
I just hope you feel better,
No
Deadly. I hope
apologies.
everyone
Everyone
feels
is
better.
feeling good again. Everyone's back up
Yeah,
to mostly good health.
no one's dying yet.
Looking at someone that has a
Give it a
cold
few
still.
days in Curse of Strahd. Somebody will
Listen,
be dying.
Chachi, that is actually a rather normal state for me, so I don't care.
Breathe.
Okay, let me give me 1 second to make sure everything's good and get actually into my like the GM version of Curse of Strahd here because I'm on a completely different page.
Tama has been called cute by Simic.
Okay. Let me. No, you guys. You guys were at the inn, right? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
That's right. Okay, getting into it. Last time on Curse of Strahd, your group had decided to go visit Fiona Wachter and question her about the nature of these missing bones, the bones of Saint Angel that protect the cathedral from Strahd's presence, of the presence of him and his minions. Visiting her, you had a very coy conversation about the intricacies of Strahd and the Burgomaster. The Burgomaster, she was not very fond of him as you guys got further and further in the conversation. It was pretty easy to identify that she was definitely planning something, but you're not sure. She was very interested in your participation with her plans for the Burgomaster. You decided to reconvene afterwards to the Blue Water Inn, where you guys had a discussion about what to do next. After a slight interruption from the younger Martikov siblings who had been listening in on your conversation, you eventually came up with some plans. And actually, I'll let you guys go over your
Well,
plans.
it's simple.
We'll just start off right there.
We killed the Burgomeister.
We killed the Burgomaster.
No, we captured him and forced him to sell cheeseburgers.
No, that's the Burgermeister. That's a totally different. That's
Exactly.
that's who took over after Mayor McCheese was deposed
Ah.
from the McDonald's franchise. Does anybody remember Mayor McCheese?
I
Nobody
think
remembers Mayor McCheese.
I
I'm too
remember
old.
Mary
I do,
McCheese, and I
I
think
do.
that we're dating ourselves here.
Look, we all know we're all old. There's no denying that.
Boomer humor.
Don't
Mayor
even
McCheese.
try to
Grimace?
say that we're young.
Deadly's a fetus.
And that's where we left
Anyway.
off. You guys had just concluded. You had just tossed around the idea of going to the Burgomaster's mansion at night.
Yeah, we were gonna
Oh,
do that second because we were planning on going to the one guy, the guy that Crowley had roughed up a little bit with the dagger, and see if he was actually back at his home, and then if he wasn't there, then go straight to Burgomeister.
that's right. Yes. Yeah. All right. You guys are currently in your room, scheming, coming up with schemes. I don't actually know where. Deadly, where's your character? Where did your
Crowley.
I don't know. She was here a second
She's
ago.
gone.
She-
Goodbye. Oh, she's underneath Crowley. Crowley, you're sitting on. Nope. Never mind.
Wait.
She's not.
Where?
She disappeared. She vanished. I don't know. I don't know where she went. We have to go get her back.
Huh.
Hold on. Let me go find her somewhere and make a new her. We lost Thurxor, guys. All right, but you guys are there, so.
Let me see. I don't even have invisibility yet, so vanishing into thin air is not a thing that Thuxora can do right now.
She's discovered. She's leveled up.
We've leveled up. Okay.
No, you guys haven't leveled up yet. No, you're still
Aw.
level 4.
Darn.
Okay, there we go. Found her. Why is Irina down there now?
If this plan works without us having to actually fight anyone, I think we should still get experience. Because so far, we've been doing some awesome planning.
But I'm gonna move your
Mhm.
guys' token back and forth really quick because it's all janky. I don't now it thinks Crowley's over there. All right. Well, we're just going to we're just gonna hope for the best. There we go. All right, now it's fixed. All right, we're good. It was a little janky there for a second. Civic Wind's way over here.
All right. When do you guys want to head out? Maybe an hour from now? So, 10 minutes from now? Right away? What time of night are we going to do this to Burgermeister?
Uh, well, hopefully at a time when he'd most likely be asleep.
Just past midnight. We'll go with that.
I think that would work.
Yep.
Just remember, and I'm reminding this to myself mostly, be wary of guards. I'm not the stealthiest. We don't want to get caught. Because then the whole plan goes up in smoke. Pun not intended.
I am also not very good at tiptoeing around. So maybe I can, if we do decide to sneak, I can stay with Botak.
Mm-hmm.
Very
We'll
nice.
stay.
You guys can keep an eye out as we sneak, and then signal us
Yes, I will be
with a
a
special
lookout.
whistle.
With a special whistle.
Um,
Good enough.
I'm sorry, I've not trained. My brother can whistle very well.
Don't worry.
What about you, Botak? Can you whistle? Okay, Botak can whistle. He can do the whistling for us. How to whistle
I'll
and
work on it a
not
little
blow
bit.
out your mic on stream is the question.
Sorry.
Or just do a
I'll work
banshee
on it. Don't
scream.
worry about it.
It's hard. It's hard.
Just something like that. That
Yeah,
would work.
banshee whale. Okay.
You don't want me to do that.
Maybe I'll just let Botak whistle.
I'm not the most subtle person to sneak. I don't know what you guys want.
You
me
have
to
your bush.
do. Ah, bring the bush.
That's what made me, partially made me think of the plan.
Oh,
I don't know. I fell asleep during the plan making briefly.
We may need to find a little bit of a bigger bush, though.
Okay.
this is my waffle logo plasma. That's what's on my cap. It's beautiful.
All right. So then, first we go to. Is Ernst the guy that we're going to see?
Yes. That was the name that he gave you when you interrogated him.
Well, first, once it gets darker, hopefully he'll be home. We're gonna make our way over to Ernst McFuckface. Then, if he's there, we can do a little shakedown to see if he has any information on where the bones may be or on Vasily. And if not, then we can just continue with our plan to trick the burgomaster.
Sounds like a solid plan to me.
I'm okay with this. What should we do in the meantime?
I'm taking a nap.
Nap time. It's about it's about mid afternoon right now. You guys still have a few hours before dark, so you guys can you can wait until the evening. or take naps, whichever you guys want to do.
I'd say we just time skip. I
It's
don't
up
know
to
if
you
anyone else is
guys.
down for
What
that.
do you guys want to do?
Hello.
I don't really care.
Um,
Time skip.
Botek's
To
just
the
gonna
future.
sit around, just practicing his whistling.
you, you guys gonna time skip then to the
Yeah.
evening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, everybody in agreement with that? I don't want to just assume and then people lose their opportunities or whatever. You Gwyn?
Let me sleep.
Okay, Gwyn is gonna sleep.
Let me sleep, please.
Okay, so you guys decide to hang around the inn for the better half of the afternoon, get some rest, make sure you're well rested up for this evening's activities. Um, for anybody who's looking outside, the mute light that makes up what passes for the sun around here slowly but surely fades to this strange, very muted orangish glow. The fog that had begun to swell up and then kind of disappear throughout the afternoon has returned, and you can see the streets as the night comes begin to slowly fill with this mist that kind of weaves and bobs through different alleyways in the main streets. Only about maybe ankle high. Not very not very heavy, but very noticeable. The downstairs of the inn becomes less and less talkative as you had been hearing Rictavio spout off stories downstairs to whoever might be listening throughout the day. As he leaves and the inn quiets down, you see the moon. For anybody who's still awake, you see the moon rise, bright, beautiful as ever. And you would guess it is about maybe 11 o'clock at night.
Hmm.
Or whenever you guys wanted to go to
Oh,
Ernst's
this would be
house.
perfect. This
Yeah,
this would
because
be perfect. That we can go to the other guy's place first.
it gives us an hour to putz around there, and then if he doesn't know anything, then we can head over.
All right, you guys are gonna go see Ernst then.
Yep.
All right,
Hold
we go to big old town of Alaki. Your group makes their way over to where you had assumed Ernst's house was before. The strange, tiny little shack at the very edge of the town near the gates. I will show you where that is if I can get there. That's a thing I can do. I can get there. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. All right. This is about over here. You make your way through the streets. Are you just heading straight there? Are you just beelining it, doing anything on your way?
We don't need anything, right, guys?
as far as I know.
Okay.
More bush. I mean, carry on.
You note that the streets at night here in Valaki are quiet. They are deathly quiet. there isn't a single person, not a guard, not a man or woman walking about the streets at night. You do see lights on in the buildings, candle lights in various places. They're few and far between, but it looks like everybody here tends to prefer to stay away from any kind of outdoors activity at night.
I wonder why that is.
For no, no, what are you talking about? It's not like it's Barovia or anything like that. You make your way towards Ernst's house, moving throughout the main street, the main thoroughfare. It's a pretty eventless trip. You do see, as you're moving towards his house and you take a right towards where his house is, the gate, the eastern gate up ahead, does have two guards posted. And they're pretty much the only awake people you've seen at night, just holding their torches, kind of minding their own business, doing guard things. The gate is closed. You see Ernst's house, and there is a candlelight on.
Well,
It
it
is.
looks like we're actually lucky this time.
There's no like window panes or curtains or anything like that, but you would have to get closer in order to see inside there.
Right. Should we knock or just barge in?
Yeah, I think we should knock.
Okay.
You're gonna go knock. Did you just make a knocking noise? It didn't really pick up very well.
Yeah.
Okay. You make a knocking noise, and there is no. Wait, no, that's not the music that's supposed to be playing. Hold on, give me a second. There we go. Roll20 is doing some very strange things with my mouse. All of a sudden, give me 1 second. Roll20, please.
Okay.
Okay,
One.
that's all I need. 1 second is all I needed. You knock at the door. There's a decent pause. There's about a 10-second wait where no answer. You actually see the candlelight snuff out. Who's there?
It's the friendly new people in town. We just have a question for you.
I don't know anything.
Uh, that
So you
depends.
can't
I told
tell
you
us. You
everything I
can't
know.
tell us. You can't tell us where to get these pristine Barovian potatoes from.
But no, I'm sorry. I don't know any potato vendors. I mean, have you tried the town square?
And what about finding people? I've heard you're pretty decent at that.
There's like a 5 second pause. I am. Who are you looking
May
for?
we come in? I would rather not just yell that around on the street.
An even longer pause. And you hear the sound of several different locks being unlocked from this door, which is funny considering the fact that there's no window panes on the windows or curtains. However, after a good 5 solid seconds of him unlocking sounds, you see the door swing open, and the kind of gaunt man with the slicked back hair looks at you. Okay, but be quick.
Sure. It will only take us a minute.
And he
Hopefully.
you see him peek his head out and look back and forth down the streets. He opens the door and lets you guys in. It's a pretty
So,
basic house, as you discovered before. There's not really much going on here. It's a dirt floor, very simple furniture, enough to survive at the very most. Okay, why have you come here? I tell
so,
I don't know anything. It was
Just calm
someone
down.
hired me.
We're we're gonna ask a question, and if you
Hmm.
know anything, just answer. If you don't, then we'll be on our way.
so first of all, you just mentioned somebody hired you.
Well, yes, they did hire me to watch you, but I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what for. It was just a simple job. I
Hmm.
don't
Wonder why.
know. I mean, I don't know anything.
Well, do you know an individual by the name of Vasily van Holst?
I might. Um, it's a name I've heard tossed around, but
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard or I've never seen the person. They came to me one time and offered me a job, but there was something about them, something strange, something I did not trust. It was a job that I was not willing to take, and I turned him down.
So,
Hmm.
if one wanted to find this person, where would we start?
Vasily van Holtz. I honestly, I could not tell you. Have you tried talking to the nobility?
Yes, we have.
And he's absolutely worthless.
Yeah, each one has told us that he does not exist.
Hmm. Well, as for ideas on how to find this Vasily van Holtz, I, I, I can only imagine that he is somebody with some kind of schemes in mind if he's hidden so. I know about every nobility in town, and I can tell you that there is there is no Vasily von Holtz living here officially. I'm
What about unofficially?
unofficially there is a lot going on in Valaki. A specific uh, a specific person would be hard to find. I can tell
Mm,
you that the burgomaster would probably know. He's one of the only ones who knows the inner workings of Valaki probably even more than I do.
funny, because if I remember correctly, the burgomaster said that he doesn't exist.
Well, the burgomaster says a lot of things don't exist. The burgomaster also says that Strahd's minions don't exist outside of these walls as long as we stay smiling, which I
Eh,
can guarantee you that has not worked for many people outside of the walls.
eh, as we have seen.
I can say
Ah,
this, knowing the inner workings of Alaki, don't trust the burgomaster, even less than
hmm.
me.
So you're saying we shouldn't trust you at all either?
No, of course you can trust me. I mean, when I say I don't know anything, it's usually it's probably true. If there's one thing you can trust about me, it's my own penchant to save my own skin. And you seem like a very um, capable group. He especially looks towards Gwyn, big old dragonborn Gwyn, and I would not cross you.
So, I,
Cool.
I have a question for you. The facility offered you a job, right? And after you turn it down, you didn't get an idea in your head to like follow him around, see him, what he wanted, where he lived, anything like that.
I will say this: there is something about that man that told my better judgment not to follow, not to
Hmm.
get near. He seemed very capable, and not
Capable of
and I
what?
knew not to of what is a good question. He had an air about him, an air of danger. I can't say specifically, but I have these. I know people pretty well. After all, I trailed a good number of them. And he was somebody, for instance, when he approached me, well, he had, despite my best efforts to remain hidden, he knew what I was. I can tell you what he looked like. Very, very handsome fellow. Had a goatee thing going on. Very, you could tell he took care of himself. Decided to dress in all
Hmm.
black. He had the air of nobility around him, but it did not seem like Valaki nobility. I know most of the nobility here, and they do not dress or act the way he did. It was a strange encounter.
What was the job he had for you?
He wanted me to go inspect the cathedral. Not to do anything, just watch it. Note the comings and goings and the ins and outs. I could not say why, but I don't ask questions in my line of work.
There. Oh, well, you don't know where he is, and didn't want to find out for fear of your own safety. Probably smart thing considering he might have had some things happen.
You guys can
Anyway,
always roll insight checks, by the way, just for 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 people if you think they're
hmm,
lying and stuff like that. Just to remind you.
21.
You're just like I'm rolling it. He seems nervous, but genuine um, in what he's told you so far about Vasily von Holtz.
Well, what if we told you that he got his hands on something that, uh, because he has taken it, will put all of you in this town in danger? Would you be able to help us find him then?
Uh, I well, let us say I have an employer currently, and I would be remiss to um, find other employment while I am being employed by them.
hmm.
as much as I would love to help in well, I mean, there is nothing I would love more than to gain the favor of such um, powerful looking uh, outsiders. You understand.
I get it. I get it. Loyalty to the job.
All right.
Um,
Well, good luck keeping Strahd off your back.
Well, that should not be a problem. Hopefully, that's just something we all worry about here in Valaki. But I'm pretty good at keeping myself safe for the most part.
hmm. Hey, keep your head down. Out of trouble.
Yes, we'll do. I can do that.
Fine.
Is that all the
Fine.
questions you had for me?
I think that's all. Unless you, no, no, you won't answer that. I don't think any of you guys have anything more from right.
Nope.
Okay, well, if
Not
that is the
really.
case, nighttime, I must get to sleep. It's dark and scary and spooky at night, and well, we wouldn't want any buddy to notice us chatting together in the
Mm-hmm.
dark. People don't take kindly to conspirators at night in Velaki. So if there is nothing else, I'm sorry, but it is getting late.
Okay. Hey, heads up. If there's a commotion, don't leave the house.
I will make a note of that. I I will keep that
Fine.
in mind. Yes, I will not leave the house if the commotion happens.
He seems like a nice guy.
I am a very nice guy.
I've already left.
Oh,
I mean, I am a very nice guy. He says out the window. All right, you guys leave then.
Yep. Well, to plan B. For burn.
uh,
Well,
I
that was
want to sing a song, but
interesting.
I can't because that would be spoilers.
You can't what?
no.
spoilers.
Witcher season 2 spoilers.
Oh,
Ow.
Witcher spoilers. Oh. No,
Only
no
Thomas
Witcher spoilers.
cares.
No, I haven't
So
seen it
still
yet. I
no.
haven't seen the Witcher spoilers. I haven't seen Witcher season 2. No, no. Streaming up to Mark. Oh, thank you, Elsa. All right. So, where are you guys heading now? It is the middle of the night. The mist kind of swirls at your feet along the streets. This kind of offshoot street is pretty dirty and kind of muddy. It's not exactly the best, well maintained street. Where are you guys going?
Toward the mansion of the Burgermaster.
You guys all want to go to the Burgomaster's mansion?
I'm gonna be. I'm. Yes, I'm coming along, but I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be down the street a little ways. That way, I'm not like. Uh,
You can always take your armor off.
you know.
I
Not at
refuse.
night. Not at night. Not at night during this. Not when we could be easily go into some sort of combat.
You can be the lookout. You can caw.
As we get closer to the actual mansion, um, I would definitely suggest that we try and stick to back roads and remain hidden and keep our eyes out for guards.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are gonna try and take like a side route to the mansion.
Sneak. Be very sneaky.
You guys do have
Win
directions
Bush
to the
move.
mansion as given to you by Danica earlier.
Gwen Bush.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It's gonna be like Looney Tunes, like bum 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 bum.
The most obvious
Yep.
thing moving around the entire place.
Shut up.
uh, no, I mean, to be fair, nothing is going to look normal about you guys walking
I
through
mean,
any street
yeah.
whatsoever. But a bush
Yes.
is probably the least of the strange things.
Woohoo.
You guys make your way through the streets. You have to end up going through, unless you want to cut through some yards, you have to end up going through the main street for a decent while, as there's actually not a whole lot of streets in Vallaki. It's a pretty there's the main street, and then as you can see on the map, it's kind of just all these different little windy streets. The Burgomaster's mansion is right there. So you can either go through the main thoroughfare or through the town square, right here, or just go end up going that way. Or you can cut around the backside of the you can
Wall.
cut around the backside of the wall. How do you guys want to do this?
I'd probably say we take near the wall, only because
And
we can kind of stay out of sight. If anything, we can move up close against buildings on the backside and like stay away from windows.
Okay. Are you guys going to go stealthy? You guys going to try
Yeah.
and hide your
yep.
presence as you go along this wall? Okay. Um, everybody roll a stealth check, including Irina.
Oh god.
Yay!
11.
I have to get Irina's stats
I
out.
got
Hold
24.
Irina.
I got a nat 20, I think.
Ooh.
Oh, did you? Did you get a
Yeah, I got a
20?
nat 20.
Nice.
I got a net 22. What is
Irina rolled a
going on
12.
here? And Jesus loves us.
Gwyn, what did you roll?
11
So it's 12, 11, 24. What was yours,
and
third Sora?
20.
20. And Chachi?
Aha! 4.
Is Potek staying back anyways?
you guys make your way.
I gotta at least get somewhat near to be a
Can I
lookout.
just get like one of those uh strap things they have for babies so that I can just carry him instead of having him walking around? Just have him on
I
my chest.
refuse.
Are you guys
Do you want to
gonna
get him a bush?
are you guys gonna take like along the wall, or are you cutting through this
We
area?
were going along the wall.
You're just gonna stick close to the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So gluing yourself to the wall as you sneak around. Now, I will note there are guards stationed in several points and gates. Specifically, this place is a gate, so there will be guards there. So if you're trying to hide from them, you're going to have to stealth past them, rolling your stealth checks. Is that what you guys are doing?
We can
Considering
probably
that
move
Botek
here.
sounds like a bulldozer going through a industry park,
Why
Just
don't
I think it would be
rolling his
smarter
way.
to make a circle
cut
around that
through
guard tower.
Don't worry
yeah,
about
cut
me,
through the buildings
guys.
here, like right above the tree,
These
to go
buildings? So
around
you're
where that
going through
is.
this area.
Uh, we can stick back against the wall here,
And then just cut around.
and then
Okay.
cut through the buildings right here to go around.
Okay. You're still going to be within eyeshot of the guards, but it won't be extremely close. So they will have disadvantage on their perception checks. So here we go. That's really good because one of them was a natural 20. And the guards aren't. No, you guys pass. Okay. So, your group sticks along the wall until you come upon one of the southern gates to Vallaki. This gate seems very small, not very well guarded. There's only one guard
This
there.
one?
Uh, this one right here. As you try and make your way around it to avoid this guard. Um,
Yeah, because we're cutting back kind of up here around
yes,
this building
yeah. You
and
cut
around the tree.
around. You cut past the buildings, trying to avoid his gaze. You, the guard doesn't seem to be very kind of awkwardly just staring forward the whole time. You would think maybe they'd just be like relaxing or finding something to do during their post. It is almost strange how statuesque the guard sits at their post at the very top of the guard tower, just standing there,
God, they're mannequins.
looking out over the area. Like almost like like guards in video games that do absolutely nothing but just stand there and wait to like hold on there. Almost kind of like that. Almost very very strangely mannequin-esque, standing up there. You guys manage to avoid their gaze, sweeping around behind the trees, and continue along the wall again. Yes? Is that what you
Yeah.
guys can continue to stay along the
See,
wall? All right. All right, you stay along the wall until about this point, in which case you would have to go northward to reach the Burgos Master's mansion up there. Are you just kind of cut across yards and things like that?
yeah,
Okay.
stay close to the like backs of buildings and kind of like duck under the windowsills and
Okay.
you
So
know
you're moving
be
around.
spies.
All right. Nothing else happens. It is pretty. You don't see any guards. You don't see any sign of life really as you move throughout this town. It's very strange. You would expect a town worried about Strahd to be have guards constantly patrolling the streets and things like that and watching out. But other than the gates, not much. It's almost like it's like colloquially understood that nobody comes out at night. Eventually, you make your way towards this mansion, which is very noticeable from the distance. It is one of the largest buildings in Vallaki, and as you approach it, you notice the buildings get nicer and nicer. It goes from Ernst's run-down little shack to nicer buildings that get nicer and nicer, and then when you get to the Burgos Master's mansion, it's a pretty decent three-story house. A mansion itself looks in a similar state of disrepair and collapse that a lot of these buildings seem to be in with their strange tilted architecture. It's got walls of like plastered stone that have these scars, and you can see signs of age and neglect on them. Drapes cover every window. Including the large arched double doors of the mansion that make up the front of it. You see, approaching closer, and within eyeshot, guards. Well, at least one guard. Standing in front of these large double doors in front of the manor. I will bring you guys to the manor, actually. Your characters aren't right there, but you can put them wherever you want. Which you approached from the south, so your characters would be probably off the screen to the south over there. Yeah, yeah. You'd be way down here, like way off screen to the south, to the southeast. There you go. All right, the building. It
Who's
kind
that
of
Norman
has a
Reedus looking motherfucker?
That's the guard standing in front of the large double doors that make up the front of this mansion. It seems to have kind of that same. The building looks exhausted almost, like the same kind of energy that Fiona's had. This building, it looks like it's gone through several renovations to try and stay in repair, but it's never been really fully rebuilt. There are many patchwork jobs trying to cover up the scars and things like that along the sides of the plaster, the paint peeling off in several areas, the roof. Some parts of it are well roofed, other parts not so much. It looks like it was at one time very opulent, but very much a shadow of that former opulence. The guard standing in front of the two double doors, just kind of standing there, staring straight ahead, this blank expression on their face. Similar to the other guard you had seen at the gate. Very, very mannequin esque. Not really doing much. Not leaning against the railing. Not just. Not relaxing. Just standing there. Kind of on one of the steps, looking out, gazing across the street.
Okay, guys. So here's my idea. First of
Uh-huh.
all, we should probably try to get a better question waffles. How high up are these windows?
The windows, the ones you're seeing right there,
Hmm.
those windows are ground level. Those are typical
Okay,
ground
so
level
if we
windows.
stood
There's
next
only
to them, we could peek
4 feet
inside.
up. Yeah, yeah. You could peek inside if you came up to these windows. You do note, um, they they are all closed curtains, closed drapes. Just looking
That's
at
not a
them
problem.
from where you are in the moonlight. Thankfully, the moonlight is pretty decent today.
Okay. So, guys, here's my plan. Crowley and I are going to sneak around the building, have a look into the windows. Um, you three, if the guard, for whatever reason, starts moving around, going anywhere or something, try to distract him. I don't know,
Hmm.
play the drunk gnome that doesn't find the way home or something.
Okay. Yeet the known.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
No.
Let's do get help.
Yep, get help always works.
I don't know what get help is, but I
Have you never seen the which one was it? It was one of the Thor movies, wasn't it?
the what?
Yeah, it was
One of the
Ragnarok.
Marvel movies. Yeah, Thor
Oh,
Ragnarok.
yeah, I love Ragnarok. Boy, I love that movie.
Yep, the scene in the elevator. Let's do get help.
Um,
No, let's not do get help.
well, you guys are
That was
discussing that really quick. I've got to like
that
somebody's
was
spraying
totally
a chemical in
improvised
my
too.
house, and it's driving my nose crazy. I've got to like cover the bottom of my door or something like that to stop whatever
No worries.
chemical it is. So give me
Just
one
follow.
second.
Okay.
You guys discuss.
Being gassed out.
So Yeah. Here is my plan. If the person has, let me actually think. Did Waffles mention anything about a second floor?
I think so.
Well, let's check out the ground floor first. If that guy has a room on the ground floor, we can peek into the windows. Curtains aren't a problem because mage hands. So yeah.
Uh, just one thing. Can you get the mage hand inside?
Yeah.
Uh,
There is absolutely nothing in here about, or in the description of Mage Hand about stuff blocking it. It is at a point I choose within range.
that isn't that usually a point that you can see?
Well,
She can see the curtains through the
yeah,
window.
I can see the curtains through the window.
It's incorporeal, so it can pass through solid objects, I believe.
Yep.
I'm leaving that one up to Waffles.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. My cousin
Waffles,
decided to spray some insect stuff, and it's like,
this time
wow,
of the year.
very
Oh.
potent. Whew.
Waffles, question.
Yes.
At a point you choose within range, does that also count, does that also work through transparent objects like windows?
Does it say you have to see the target?
Nope.
Says if it says at a point you choose within range, if it doesn't say at a point you can see within range, then yes, you can cast it wherever you'd like.
Yeah, the question was essentially just if I can use the mage hand to pull up the curtains without breaking the windows.
Yes, you can. You don't have to you don't have to smash windows as long as you can reach within the area, or I don't. You don't have to see with Mage Hand. Are you sure?
Yep. And I quote, a spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range.
Then yeah,
She
you're
can
fine.
she can see though, because it's just the curtain that's
Yeah.
right there. So it's right
Yeah,
in front of her. She can see it through the
No,
window.
no, you don't. Yeah, you don't. You're not gonna. You don't have to shadow the window to like cast through it. You're good.
Okay, cool. Um, well, so guys, this is the plan then. You three have an eye on the guard. If he starts moving around, try get help. That usually works. Um, Crowley and I, we're going to make a circle around the building and see if we can spot anything through the windows.
Okay. Notify us if you when you're either about to do fire or you know need us to come
Yeah,
over.
I mean, if the thing is the following: if his bedroom is on the ground floor, then and we find it, then we will lay the fire. If it's not, however, we probably need to think of something to get past that guard.
Uh, we'll think of something. Don't worry.
Well, think of something.
No, we can't use. I can't do that. We can't do that to Quinn.
What do you want me to do?
Hey, I said we can't do that. You wouldn't feel comfortable
Ah.
doing that, so I'm not gonna do it.
I already have an idea
How-
for the guard. Don't worry.
Okay, I'll put my clothes back on. What?
Wait.
Sorry.
By the way, for the plan B question, Waffles, is there any decently sized rocks around?
uh, yeah, you don't have to look very far to see some pretty. There is a few trees to that. seems like he's kind of tried to wall off his manor from the rest of the town with a slight little tree, these few trees, and a little more of a parkish area. Yeah, you can find a few decently sized rocks amongst the trees.
Okay. Um. So, guys, here's my plan for that. Considering how circles and 3D space work in this dimension, um, I have an idea how to take out the guard if we need to or if we actually need to get into the house. I'm just gonna take one of these rocks and I'm gonna mage hand it above his head and then drop it.
If in doubt, rock.
Okay.
Eh,
Rock to the
okay.
head.
I. Uh,
Attack. What was your idea?
He's wearing a
Um,
helmet, don't worry.
He's wearing
My
a very basic
idea was
looking
for
leather
you-
helmet.
very much not to take your clothes off, but more of to just go over and maybe try to ask him, might go on a date or something like that, just distract him, get him to go
Why
out
don't-
there.
Take my clothes off.
Curiously of note, you do know
Why don't you do that?
that his armor
Yes.
is a very basic like leather, and his helmet is it's leather but with a skinned wolf's head on top of the helmet, kind of
That
a
will
very
touch the rock
intimidating
enough to not kill him.
wolf.
Anyways, Crowley, let's go.
Alrighty.
Okay, where you guys going?
We're going to this window.
Okay. And you're gonna cast
Starting-
Mage Hand?
Yeah, I'm gonna peek into it and cast Mage Hand to slightly move
Okay.
away the curtains just enough to be able to see in.
Okay, well, first off, you and Crowley roll stealth checks.
22.
15.
Okay. As you guys approach, Crowley, your expertise in all things stealthy, as your pirate training has no doubt taught you, you manage to sneak up to the window.
He is a thief. They are thieves. They can be sneaky when they need to be.
I
Very
mean,
much, yes.
yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, he's pretty. You can, Thurxora, you're watching as Crowley sneaks along, and he's pretty dang skilled at it. He managed to avoid anything that might make noise or show his presence in any way, shape, or form, sticking to the shadows. Thurxora, you try to follow through with him and kind of mimic his ability to weave through these different shadows and things like that. However, along your way, Crowley, as you approach the window, you hear a and you turn behind you, and Thurxora has stepped on a loud branch on her way towards the window. The rest of you on lookout see the guard turn their head over towards their direction because he rolled a natural 20 on his perception check.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Ooh. I have a stupid idea.
Bowtech gets naked and runs up to the guard.
I was about
Throws
to
off his
suggest
armor.
that.
Oh
What's
my
with the naked
goodness.
child?
Naked child with the
Gwen-
beard.
Gwen just chases. Put your clothes back on, you heathen!
No, I just start cheering with the bushes like little cheerleading
Oh my
posters.
God.
Like, go, go, go!
What do you? Wait, okay. What do you? What do you? All those images are terrifying in my head. Okay, so what are you guys doing? What's happening?
I have an idea.
Okay,
Um,
Um, I'm gonna just start walking by, just pretending that I was the one that made the sound, and just just
okay,
just walk right by him and just going over to the other side of the building. Be like, "Do, do, 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 do,
okay.
do,
You're
do,
just
do,
walking
do."
along the street in front of the guard.
Yeah,
All right. As he turns his head to look
playing safe.
towards where he heard the branch cracking, you make yourself known and obvious as you walk by him.
Do,
You
do, do,
see him
do, do.
turn their head to you and
I
bring
just turn,
down their
wave.
spear.
I just turn my head, wave my hand, be like, "Hey, lovely night for a stroll." I just continue on.
Hey, you!
Hmm? Yes.
It is against the rules to be out at nighttime.
Oh, my apologies. I am very sorry. I am new in town. We just arrived in town yesterday. I didn't know it was against the rules. I'll head back to the inn then. Sorry about that. I didn't know.
Roll a persuasion check. Oh, actually, I'll say deception check because you're trying to deceive him into thinking you're just an innocent bystander.
Get
Wish
that
it
rock
was
ready.
persuasion. I wish it was. I wish it was persuasion so
Circs
Get that rock
are
bad.
ready, Dudley.
ready to rock.
Okay.
He
Sounds
carefully
good.
hovers it above the
Hey.
guard's head in about
Aha!
15 feet height.
So that's a natural 20
Ooh, ooh,
for
dang!
a 22
Okay.
total.
All right, which is good because the guard rolled really high on his insight. Um, the guard watches you, and as you know, you, despite being a very heavily armored small gnome, you do seem less threatening with your smaller stature, and the guard kind of just watches you. Yes, return to your home quickly.
Right. Sorry to bother you and be out.
For further note,
Yes,
curfew is at sundown.
gotcha. Keep that in mind, and I'll let my friends know too.
And the way he talks seems very like he's
Have a
almost
good
reciting
night.
reciting something off of something he read, as opposed to um, a natural kind of speech. It's very um, I want to say robotic, but not robotic. Kind of just like he's a bad voice actor reciting something off of something like script he's reading.
Stop there,
Yeah,
you.
exactly. Yes, like he's a bad NPC in a video game.
Halt! You violated the law.
Yeah, he's an Oblivion guard. Halt! You have violated the law. Forfeit your stolen
Everybody,
goods, or pay the
everybody
consequences.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
everybody who's not
All good.
the guard, because the guard probably did not care to look up to see the 10-pound rock hovering about 15 feet above his head.
He did not.
So everybody else sees the rock gently hover back down to this corner of the house, land here.
Does not see the big old rock hovering above his head and slowly floating back down. He seems a little preoccupied, watching Botak specifically. Kind of just continues to stare off in his direction. until Botek, you're out of sight.
Distraction successful. You're welcome.
Back to the window.
Okay, you guys have made it up to the window. Are you going to cast a mage hand and try and
Yes,
open it?
I'm gonna mage hand the curtain
Okay.
just so we can have a peek inside.
All right. Effortlessly enough, you cast Mage Hand, and Crowley, you just see the curtain slowly peel away to reveal what looks to be some kind of small parlor area, which it contains like a fine array of furnishings and draperies, and it's a very feminine touch to the parlor. It's very dainty and seems to be not used that much. There's like a little tea set on the small coffee table that sits in front of a very, very brightly colored couch. But not much going on here. It seems to be a very basic parlor.
Okay, next window.
Next, moving over to the next one.
Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and
Mage
repeat.
hand.
And my reveal is not doing what it's supposed to because
We
roll
need a
20 says
Good
no.
spot to set on fire.
Exactly.
You see a dining room. A chandelier of wrought iron fitted with these wax candles hanging above a very polished wooden dining table. Around the table are very comfortable looking high backed chairs with very very cushy cushions on the seat and on the back. What looks to be the remnants of some kind of maybe a tea party or something like that. There is a kettle and various dishes laying across the table. It looks like for somebody as aristocratic as the burgomaster, you'd think that they would be able to clean up after dinner, but it doesn't look like that's the case. You see plates, these little saucers with crumbs on them. There's what looks to be the remnants of a large cake dish in the middle. But other than that, not much going on here.
Thuxara thinks to herself that actually looks pretty tasty. And that it will be very sad to see the cake burn.
We can
Moves
rescue.
over to
Not
the
the
next window.
cake.
It's a lie, anyways.
Okay, where to now? Next one?
The next window.
Moving on to the next one. Let me reveal if roll 20 will let me do my things. There we go. I did it. All right, this one seems to be connected to the dining room. White sheets cover these very plain wooden tables in the center of the room. Not a whole lot of furniture. Arranged atop of them is polished silverware and all sorts of dishes. It just seems to be a preparation room for the dining room adjacent. Not a whole lot. There are two connecting doors to the north and west, but other than that, not much going on here. Set of wicker baskets containing like turnips and beets still on this table.
While she's looking at that, Crowley's gonna come over here and just kind of peek around the corner a bit,
Okay.
just keeping an eye out.
Crowley. Okay. Give me a second. It's not working. It's not doing the things. Crowley, as you peek around the corner. I'm just going to take your previous stealth roll because you notice that there is a guard standing at the back door to the mansion. Kind of, this one's a woman, but kind of doing the same general strange NPC kind of unnatural guard post, just standing there, just looking straight ahead, kind of maybe turning their head every once in a while, but very attentive, very paying attention to their job. This seems to be a like a garden area where you see various grapevines growing behind the house, a few berry bushes. There is the one single back door. It doesn't look like it's not as opulent as the front doors, obviously, and one back window.
Carly's gonna go back to Xora. There's another guard around the side here.
Okay.
Yeah, it
There's a
doesn't look
back.
like the guard noticed you, by the way. Sorry.
There's a back door and 2 more windows if you want to scout them out. Uh, shall we knock out the guard?
Shall we knock out the guard? Shall we get on with the bang bang smack smack?
I mean, yeah, it's probably the safe way to go about this. Plus, if we only need to knock out one of them, or we technically only need to knock out one of them, and this is the one currently standing in our way.
The rest of you are keeping watch, right?
Yes.
As much as we can.
All right. If you guys are keeping watch, roll perception checks for me. Should roll for Irina because she's also there. She did not roll high. Irina's not going to be much help on that perception check.
It was so close, then it rolled over 2 times. I got a 7.
I got 21.
Ooh,
I am still in the process of walking away, so
Yep.
I don't see Jack.
Gwyn, as Irina and Botak are kind of watching that guard, the guard in front, to see if they notice anything, you see something out of the corner of your eye, and you look up briefly. You notice, very briefly, a flash of bluish light coming from a very small window on the 3rd floor of the mansion, what looks to be some kind of attic area. It was very brief, and you kind of have to double check. Maybe it was your eyes playing tricks on you. Maybe it was lightning somewhere or something like that, but you're not sure. But there was something there.
Gwen waits for Botak to return and then informs Botak.
Oh. A light?
What do you think?
Well, I don't see it.
I'm sure I saw a blue flash right there by the attic.
What could cause a blue flash? Yeah, nothing normal. That's for sure.
If only Vexor was near. We'll just hold on to this info until we reunite with her, but hopefully nothing happens involving that in the meantime.
Yeah, hopefully you don't do anything rash or crazy.
Like stripping.
Why does your mind go to that?
I'm
What-
sorry. It's all
I'm
I just
s-
need to be able to
look,
offer.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Gwyn. I'm very sorry that Threx stole your bra, but still, you don't have to keep going back to that, okay?
I'm pretty sure it was her undies.
It was both.
Oh, it was her bra.
You can have anything. It's fine. I'm not. I'm not a talker. I'm just a giver. Okay.
I'm just a giver.
Ugh.
Of death.
Right.
Death.
We'll wait for them. Just keep an eye out for me, would you?
Yeah, I can try my best.
Okay, so Operation Skybonk starts to commence. Let me see how close do I actually need to get. Oh, I can technically even do it from here.
You're gonna try to.
Thuxora is gonna sneak up to the corner,
Okay.
get another Brock, hover it
Okay.
as high as she can, which equals to about 15 feet because D&D circles are squared, above the guard's head, and then lets this 10-foot rock plummet down on the guard.
Okay. Since you are trying to do something completely new and drop this rock on his head, and you gotta like peek
Wait.
around the corner to do so. Roll another
10
stealth.
feet of rock? What?
Hmm?
You said 10
10
foot rock.
No, 10 pounds.
Okay.
You did
A
say 10 feet
10-foot
though.
rock.
Yeah, you
Oh.
It's a 10
Oh.
foot. You're gonna like.
I was like,
That-
wait, hold on, 10 foot.
You're
That's
gonna
something's
like
wrong with that.
Luke
That's
Skywalker and X-wing on top of his head.
Something out of Looney. That's like Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
An anvil
Yeah.
falls
Wiley
on his
Coyote-
head.
Coyote just going.
The stealth check was a 19.
I will note.
That's enough.
I will note this. Okay, before you finish this, you have to, in order to knock out the guard, you've got to take out enough of their HP. You've got to take out enough of their HP in one move or set of moves between the two of you, in a surprise round, and get him down to 0 HP where he is knocked unconscious. So.
That raises the question, how much damage does a 10-pound rock
Does
falling from 15 feet out
10-pound rock would be an improvised weapon, which
Are they wearing a hard hat?
they are wearing a wolf's head. They're wearing the same leather
Oh.
wolf's head.
That would mean
So
a
that's not that much.
D4.
Yeah, that would be. Well, I'll say this. I will say it would be like fall damage. I'll say it'll be fall damage to the guard from the rock. So fall damage would be for 10 feet.
I know
think-
15 feet, 10 pounds.
Right, 15 feet.
Wait, guys. Make sure he has insurance.
Uh-huh.
No, actually, let me think. Circles in D&D. No, I actually have to think. No, I think it would even be... One second,
that
I
would
need
be
to
about
do
1d6 for fall damage.
squared geometry. No, wait, that thing has a border or a square of that would have a border length of... It would actually... No, it would actually be 30 feet. Because it's not 15 feet range, but 30 feet range. And with how circles in D&D
No,
work...
circles are still circles. You would not be able to go.
now...
It's still a sphere.
Okay. If it's still a sphere, then I need to reiterate on my calculations, though, because this is 15 feet. That means
I will say you
probably
can get
a
about
circular
20 feet above his
curve.
head.
Yeah, Yeah, that's
So that would be
also roughly
2d6 of bludgeoning damage.
2d6 of bludgeoning damage. Okay,
Yes.
where's my d6? There's my d6.
Crowley, are you gonna watch?
Thuxora had signaled Crowley to stand by instead of in case the guard doesn't fall over directly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have my bow at the ready just in case it doesn't work the way we want it to. I'll just fucking
Okay.
assassinate.
So essentially, the way this works is, you guys, if you roll stealthy enough, which what did you roll for stealth again?
19.
Okay, yeah, that's he did not see you guys. So the way this works is, you guys would essentially, he would be surprised. You guys would be doing one round of combat. He would be surprised for this round of combat. You guys would get to make two combat actions to try and knock him out. Crowley, if you don't want to kill him, you would have to do something non-fatal in order to. Shooting him would definitely straight up murder the guard. I mean, her. Sorry, the guard woman.
Can
But you
I
would
use
essentially
my
get one round.
daggers as throwing weapons?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
It'd be D4 plus your dex. Because the dagger is D4.
Okay, so maybe I'll just toss the blunt end of my dagger at them, at their head.
Okay, I'll allow it. Okay.
Okay, so Iron Jesus really loves me today. 12 damage from the falling rock.
12 damage? You rolled a 2d6, you got 2
2d6.
sixes?
Yep.
Seriously?
Yep.
Holy shit. Whoa. Crowley, you are on the standby ready just in case this doesn't work. And you see Thurxora, you slowly see this rock raised behind the guard where they're not looking. They don't see it because they rolled horribly on their perception check. And Crowley, you're waiting for it. The guard just falls to the ground, just limp, as this 10-pound rock falls on their head and just knocks them out cold. That was almost exactly their HP.
How much did they have?
They have 11 HP.
Oh,
And you managed to take it all out with one rock. Congratulations.
I really need to
Very
look up
lucky.
if my dice were weighted.
Oh wow. Yeah,
It's
that guard
they
just
shouldn't be.
crumples
Funny thing
without
is,
0 words. Just
And it
crumbles to the ground.
is non-lethal. They're
No.
just knocked the fuck out, right?
They've literally knocked him out. Holy crap.
You could go up and check to make sure they're still breathing. They kind of just fell down to the ground, and you can see just a big old bleeding spot in the back of their head.
That's a giant bump. Their wolf heads just now raised above their head.
oh, and Waffles, my chat is just backseat DMing and says, for future instances, apparently falling objects can be treated like traps. Apparently, page 121 on the DMG says that. So,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
2d6
it's
is in line with it.
yeah. I mean, that's
Could a 10-pound rock kill a person from that height in real life?
could have just
If it
murdered
hits wrong,
someone.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, it could.
I mean, you've seen the scene with the fire extinguisher in Daredevil.
That was so great.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
you're good. Yeah, they are on the
Okay,
ground.
All right, Crowley. Crowley didn't see anyone else on the side. It was just that guard, right?
Yeah, that's all you saw from. Well, actually, make a perception check.
21.
21. Yeah, that's the only guard you can see in the area.
Okay. Then Crowley is gonna slowly go over to the knocked out person and just check to see if they're still breathing.
You walk up to the person, look at them. They seem to be breathing. You see their chest moving up and down. They seem to be still alive, very unconscious after that rock attack.
Okay. But they're not like gonna bleed out or anything, right? Or
Uh,
would that be something that I'd have to do like a medical check or medicine?
you can assume that they probably aren't going to bleed out. They're not like profusely bleed. You don't see like a blood puddle along the ground or anything like
Okay.
that. Just a
So I
little
was
trickle of blood.
gonna ask, is it possible in D&D to heal someone just enough to keep them alive but not
I
up?
mean, yes, yeah,
Oh, okay.
you can try and
So I was gonna say if
stabilize
we
them.
can
The
if we can get
thing
away
is,
without actually killing anyone, it'd probably be ideal.
the problem is, if we healed them, then we would leave a trace of us being here. Getting hit by a rock on the head is a thing that our person we want to blame for this could very well do. Cast a healing spell, we don't know about that, so yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Do they have anything valuable on them?
You Are you gonna search through their pockets and stuff?
Thuxor is gonna smack away his hand with a mage hand. No traces, Crowley. No traces.
Your fingerprints, the
I'm seeing
forensics.
if they have anything on them that we would need. Keys or anything like that.
Guys, they have rock insurance. It's okay.
Um, rock insurance. Thuxora is gonna check the guard though, to see when it will wake up or when she will wake up again.
You can do a medicine check to try and make a guesstimate of how long they're going to
Yep.
be completely unconscious for.
So that is this dice. Come on, give me something good. Medicine. That's a 10 for Thuxora.
13 for Crowley.
Okay. Um, you guys surmise that they're probably going to be unconscious for quite a while, for at least an hour or so, enough for you to get through this endeavor. You guys are pretty confident that they're out cold. You check, you lift up the helmet and look at that welt on the back of their head. Yeah, they're pretty gone. They're pretty out. You see
Okay,
like
cool.
drools like just leaking out of their mouth.
Should we move her away from the building?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Put her into the bushes.
Okay.
Try to make it look as if she was just hit and then flew over there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the Xora is gonna go back to window checking duty.
Okay, you move the body.
Is this a window or a door?
That is a door.
Oh, okay.
Does
Is
the
there a
door have
window
a
in the
window?
door?
Wooden door. There's no window in the door.
Okay. And the guard didn't have any keys?
Are you checking the guard for loot and stuff?
I just want to see if there's any keys. I'm not going to take anything
Okay.
Uh,
Any apparent keys
that we can't actually use.
You don't see a set of keys on this guard. Actually, there
Okay.
doesn't seem to be any sort of keys or ways to get inside the house. Actually,
Hey, Schmoder, you have thieves' tools.
I know, but there's a chance of it not working. If I had a key, then I can just get in. I just wanted to see. All right. Well, I'm gonna drag her body and put it over in here.
okay. You hide the body.
I'm just
in the
gonna prop
bushes.
her up and make it look like the Family Guy knocked out pose.
You Assassin's Creed drag the body into the bushes.
Yeah, I want it to, because we're making it look like what's his face with the giant arm, just like
Yeah.
bitch slapped her into the bushes.
Okay. Got you. All right. You feel like
Window?
she's sufficiently hidden. Okay. You open this window to see what looks like to be some sort of kitchen area. And I accidentally closed my
Are
notes.
those
So give me
wine
a second.
barrels?
Give me one moment as I look and see where we're at. Oh, where are we? The kitchen? Kitchen, yes. Okay. It's a pretty well-appointed kitchen. There's a lot of different utensils for cooking. Two very nice-looking sinks. You see several barrels off in these different corners. You're not sure what's in them. It could be wine. It could be anything. You're not entirely sure. It seems to be grains, different. You see a fireplace, a hearth for cooking things. Not a whole lot. It looks like a typical rich person's kitchen with all sorts of different implements for cooking and half-cooked dishes. You can see what they were using to make the cakes earlier. You see little bits and pieces of cake making stuff, and the sinks are actually pretty full. Someone hasn't done the dishes.
How dare they?
Somebody's a bad roommate.
Okay.
Are those
One
wine
word.
barrels?
You would have to get closer in order to see whether or not.
Okay.
It's hard to tell from this angle.
All right.
Oh.
Check around the corner.
All right, you check around the corner. No guards on this section of the house. It seems to be pretty empty. I won't
Okay.
make you do another perception check because it's pretty empty.
We're gonna speed browse.
Not a whole lot going on here.
No.
All right. You check this window. Boop. Do. This one, pretty simple room. 4 beds and an equal number of plain wooden trunks surrounding a table with what looks to be a few cups on it. This looks to be some sort of basic living quarters for which you would assume to be servants of some sort, or maybe the guards themselves. You're not entirely sure, but it does not look like where the nobility lives or sleeps at the very least.
Is
And
there anybody sleeping in these beds?
the beds. Make a perception check.
That is an 11.
I got 18.
18 and 11. Crowley, you carefully inspect the beds. No, there doesn't seem to be anybody sleeping in these beds. Seems to be. It seems to be. You see a lump in one of the beds, and you double check, and you kind of glance over there. No, that is just a lump of sheets. You check the farthest back bed, and you do see what looks to be a humanoid shape in the farthest back left bed from where you're at.
So, this one?
Yes. This one looks like it might have somebody in it, but that was just a red herring. There we go. That one looks like it might have someone. These two are empty. This one has somebody sleeping in it. That one where you're pointing the arrow. Yes.
All right then.
Seems to be a woman.
Moving along.
Moving along. Are you going to the next room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just needed to finish my drawing.
Okay. You drawing of a person sleeping in that bed? Oh.
Oh, suddenly
Roll
everything gets dark.
Roll 20. For some reason, it gets really confused. So the problem I have revealing areas sometimes is that for some reason it assumes reveal area means hide area. For whatever reason, I don't know why it does that sometimes, but it says, yeah, sure. And this is. Let me look at my notes here. This is what looks to be some sort of den or living room area, some kind of place where the burgomaster would meet an audience. You would assume it's very similar looking to where you sat with Fiona, minus the fireplace. You see padded chairs and couches. It's a very cozy carpeted den. You see an area for smoke pipes and a few trays set out for potential guests, though nothing's on them right now. A large head of an angry looking brown bear is on the eastern wall, kind of just snarling, and it kind of catches you off guard for a moment. And but the moment doesn't last long. Yeah, it's a dead brown bear.
And there's no one inside.
No one seems to be in there. No.
All right, I think we got as much as we can see out here for now. Let's go back to the others really quick and come up with a plan.
Yeah, well, Crowley, I'm already a step ahead of you. My plan was to go inside through the back door, sneak upstairs, find his bedroom, and then set it on fire with an illusion.
And then set it on fire. Oh, interesting.
But let's go to the others and communicate that really quick.
Hi, Strahd. I see you there.
Here. I'm just gonna drag myself over here.
Yeah, you guys make it over there.
Guard can't see us from where we're sitting over here, right?
No, it's assumed you guys are off the screen, far enough away where the guard's not going to see you guys.
So, guys, we would check the bottom floor. Sadly, his bedroom is not on the bottom floor, but we also checked if the strategy with the rock works, and it does. There was another guard behind the house.
You're not right out.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
What happened?
You knocked the guy out. What the heck?
Oh,
Yeah, we knocked the guy out.
I
Because
thought
the
like
first time we only
you
understood
got hurt or
IRL.
something.
You could communicate and tell us that you're gonna knock a guy out.
Listen.
It was
No
kind
time.
of improvised. Yeah.
Anyways, everyone, let's move around to the back.
Wait. Before we move on, I want to share something I spotted
Yeah,
as well.
Quinn saw something.
Yeah, from I'm sure I saw it from the third floor. It looked like maybe the attic area. I saw a blue flash from the window.
A
I
blue
don't know.
flash. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you would know anything about that, Fixora.
I mean, there's many things out there that can produce blue flashes, but we will keep it in mind. If we have the time, we will double check the place to see if we can find anything up there. But for now, the plan is to go in through the back door.
Okay.
She just looks at Crowley. I assume you can do that?
I should be able to.
Okay, cool. And then
Is it possible to... Alright, so you can make an illusion of the dude.
Mhm.
Is it possible to put that illusion over someone? And have it move with them?
uh
Mm,
theoretically it should be possible, right?
Waffles?
For which spell?
For silent image.
Like, could that be used to cover, hypothetically, Crowley to look like the dude so that I can do the actions and so I can actually interact with things and make the person look like they're real?
You mean act like you're... What are you trying to do specifically?
disguise myself as the
Oh, you
dude
want
with
the
the arm.
illusion to like surround you and make
Yeah.
you look like somebody else?
Is that something that can be done, or no?
That would, unfortunately, Thurxora would have to know literally your every movement before you even did it, which would be pretty impossible to happen. So, unfortunately, no. Unless you had like a disguise self spell or something. You can't use it as like
Damn
a jank disguise self spell,
Yeah, just
unfortunately.
Oh, I didn't know
you
there
need
was
to
even a spell for
disguise
that.
self.
Unfortunately, no. As cool as that
I
would be.
knew we should have done choreography.
We needed to practice this ahead of time.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for any more of those blue lights.
She
for
can
now-
make a fake you, though, and make it look like you're doing something.
No.
No,
We're
but
we're already doing the illusion of the dude with the arm. I just wanted to.
Okay.
Well, then again, you can use Mage Hand.
I can literally just set stuff on fire with prestidigitation.
But I meant like watching him run out the door. You can use your Mage Hand to slam the door open
True.
to make it look more realistic. But anyway, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, what are you guys
Actually,
doing?
Woo-ha! Back to the door.
I don't know if I should come or stay.
I think
Should
you
I
better
stay or
stay
should
there
I
and
go
have an
now?
eye on the guard. Sorry,
I
the
would
guard.
say, why don't we just knock that guy the fuck out too?
Because I literally just knocked him out because I was lucky and had a double 6 on my roll. To perform that again, now that we know the health pool of the guards, I would need at least a 6 and a 5, which does not raise the chances very much. So
What if we all attack him at the same time?
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of hard.
Just a gang beatdown.
and it's also gonna create noise.
Shh. All right. So yeah. How about I'll stand here. Botac, since you're not really able to move around without making too much noise, why don't you? Can you move here? For now?
I can try.
And just signal us. So I'll be the lookout for that. Or
Okay.
The thing is the following. To minimize the chance of getting caught, we should only bring the people in / close to the house that are really necessary for this operation. Necessary for this operation are currently Thuxora, because she's the only person who can create the silent image and set stuff on fire, and Crowley, because Thuxora is not gonna get through doors on her own when they are locked.
okay.
Am I going near the house or not?
Nah, just stay there, I guess. Okay.
So
We'll do this quick.
So Botac and Gwyn and Irene
Unless
are
they
gonna
want to do
stay back.
something
Okay.
themselves, like unless they have an idea of something. I feel bad because it's like we're the only ones moving around and stuff right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to D&D. It's pretty.
Actually,
Yeah.
we're forgetting part 2 of our plan. Still in the talks down here. But once you guys see the fire starting, give it a few minutes until the fire is actually visible to the outside world, and then run up to the house, barge through the door, save whoever you can. Be advised, there seems to be a person sleeping on the bottom floor in a room to the northwest of the building. And of course, the burgomaster has to be saved.
And let them know that you guys also saw the dude with the big arm
Mhm.
running out. Saw him running from the back.
Yep.
Okay.
Sound good?
Wow.
I hope you don't have any problems running into burning buildings.
I'll leave
He.
my body outside.
Well, I mean, aren't are dragonborns naturally accustomed to heat?
Not when you're of black dragon descent.
All right, let's go.
Yep. Let's go. Operation Part 2 execute. Operation Part 3 is on standby.
Okay, you guys approach the back door. As you go through this house, I'm gonna have you roll. Well, first off, roll your thieves' tools to see if you can
I'm
pick the
looking for
lock
it
on this
because I
door.
don't remember where it is.
Are you? You should be proficient in thieves' tools
I am. I just don't remember where it is.
on your character sheet.
Yeah, to press it.
It should be.
Inventory.
I don't know if you can just roll it, but essentially it's thieves tools plus it's your dexterity modifier. So it's a d20 plus your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
That's a lot of math.
I don't know if you can actually roll it in.
I could have sworn I did.
I might
Where the
be. I
fuck is
might
it?
be crazy.
So you said it's what and what plus what?
It's your it's a d20 plus your dexterity bonus plus your proficiency bonus, which
Plus
should be at
dexterity
level
plus proficiency.
level 4. I think it's 2. It's either 2 or 3. Actually,
Yeah, it's two.
Okay, so 18 plus my
You have
proficiency
2
bonus is 2.
dexterity?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's 22.
So
Unless you have expertise, in which case it's like plus 4.
No, don't think I do.
Okay.
Well, I already have. It's already a 20 with the plus 2 on it.
Okay.
So
You have no problem unlocking this lock. It doesn't seem to be like you've definitely picked more difficult locks on chests in your lifetime. It doesn't take you very long before you hear that satisfying noise of the lock being unlocked and the door.
Actually, Crowdy, I have an idea. Now that the door is open, the Xora is gonna check the hinges of the door if we can, with the two of us, lift it up and unhinge it.
Get some WD 40 on there. De-squeakifier.
Oh, you want to make it look like the door got ripped off its hinges.
Yep. Which will look a lot more convincing if the door is suddenly on the other end of the room.
The hinges
Is
of the
this like-
door. It's not made to be unhinged very easily. It is. They are nailed in. They are very. It's like a welded in bar on this door. It is. It's not like a modern day door where the hinges just kind of slide out or anything like that. It is a pretty well constructed door that yeah, not made to be unhinged, but you could try it. It'd be a little bit of a higher DC, especially to do it quietly.
Yeah, well, why don't we wait until after we set the fire and then we can
True.
tear it
Well, on
off
the other hand, then
and on the way
as
out.
soon as the fire is there, we should get the fuck out of here immediately.
I say we put the door on the guard to make it look like the door was. They burst through the door. And it through the guard. Anyway. So
Back-
yeah, let's go.
Back to actually scouting. and finding the bedroom.
Okay, you guys going in?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. You enter the kitchen. Excuse you. Bless you. You
Thank
okay?
ya.
You're just like, sound like you're dying there for a
Yeah.
second there.
I'm just dying a little. Don't mind me.
You see, as you enter this kitchen, it's more of the same. More implements for cooking, some wood for the fireplace. You do see a staircase on the southern end of the kitchen going upstairs. Seems to be not a
Ooh.
very fancy staircase, but a serviceable one.
Crowley, I think we found our shortcut upstairs.
Yep. Let's go.
And considering how these places are usually laid out, this might get very close to the quarters of the house owner already.
Alrighty. Let us sneak.
You guys going upstairs?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we
Okay.
need to do another stealth check?
Yes, you guys, as you enter the house, you're gonna have to do another stealth check.
15.
Okay, 15
14.
and 14. Okay. Good to know. All right, you guys going upstairs?
Fear.png, yes.
Yay.
All right. You guys move upstairs. If you want to drag your tokens. Let me just reveal this hallway a little bit. All right. The staircase climbs to this 10-foot wide, not a hallway, more like a gallery that stretches almost the length of the entire mansion. These large paintings line the southern wall, these breathtaking paintings of landscapes and various portraits line the southern walls. You see different pictures of what looks like to be the Baron himself, some people you don't recognize on a few of the northern walls. There seems to be a connecting area to the rest of the building. You don't see any guards or anything like that. Nobody seems to be walking throughout this section. It is quiet, and it is dark with all the blinds closed. You could open the blinds for some light, but it's hard to really make out a whole lot in here. Any perception checks you do are going to be at disadvantage because it is dark in here. There's no candles or anything lit.
Is there any candles around, though?
You do see various sconces on the walls. You could probably take a candle off of the wall and use that if you would like.
Okay, the Xora is gonna take a candle off the wall with her maid's hand
Okay.
and then use her prestidigitation to light it.
All right. Simple enough. You grab one of the sconces off of the wall with your mage hand, and it lights up with a dual orange glow, kind of revealing even more details in these pretty well done paintings. The burgomaster looks much more pretty than he does in real life, but that is to be expected. You see
Question,
definitely
what-
some
What
embellished
kind of
details.
paintings are they? Are they all paintings?
They're all paintings, yes.
Okay.
Some
Because
landscapes.
they burn very well.
You assume they're oil paintings.
Okay. You're probably carefully gonna make our way a little further to be able to look into here.
Do we see anything that would identify his room?
It seems to be most of the doors are matching. there's not really any clear identifiers as to what door belongs to what. You'd have to open them
Mhm.
to find out. They seem to be very well paneled doors, but pretty uniform. Okay, you look down this hallway. Again, just more hallway that leads to kind of a dead end. At that, oh, it's doing the thing again. It's doing the thingy. Oh, come on. There we go. You just see more hallway with 4 doors. 2 of them lining the east wall and 2 of them lining the west wall. One of these doors looks a little different than the others. It does have some gold trim to it. You're not sure what that signifies.
Okay.
Which one is it?
The one with the little black dot right there.
Alrighty. Should I go check that out really quick? That looks important.
Just wait a second. Luxora is gonna look around this corner.
You look around the other corner to see what looks to be a very grand staircase. What seems to be the main way to get up here. A very large staircase that opens. It's kind of like a foyer area where you can see below what looks to be the entrance room to the mansion. And again, more portraits, more paintings. You see even more people you don't recognize, landscapes of mountains, areas that you're not quite. They're very pretty paintings, but you don't recognize any of them. And they certainly don't look like Barovia. They look like
Mhm.
elsewhere. Lakes
Okay,
and
so
vistas.
considering how the doors are laid out, I would assume that this one is actually the door to the master bedroom, because in buildings like this, usually the master bedroom is the biggest room, and this one, guesstimating, probably has the biggest room behind it. However, this fancy door here raises my attention as well. So we might want to check it out too.
Alright. Well, Crowley's gonna move over to both doors and he's gonna listen in to the one without the dot first and see if he can hear anything.
Okay. You press your ear against the door. While this is going on, you guys outside keeping watch, make another perception roll.
Perception check, you go.
The Revenant appears.
This one's
Hi,
No.
what up?
16.
Oh, fancy meeting you guys here.
13.
Okay, 16, 13, and then Irina is going to roll and get a whopping 7. um,
Cool.
again, Gwyn. You're looking, you're watching the guard. You can briefly see between the draperies of the second floor very faint hints of candlelight. You assume it's Crowley and Thrixora sneaking through this mansion. Hopefully. And again, you see it. This flash of blue light coming from the attic. You guys, listening to this doorway inside the building, hear a few thumping noises on the roof, like above you. Just the ceiling, you hear of somebody walking across.
Santa.
It's Santa. Santa's here too. Ho ho ho.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
more. I
It's
mean,
usually
this is
possible.
it's more. It's probably more like Krampus. This is Barovia. Let's be real here.
So we hear stuff on the roof, but I don't hear anything through the door.
Roll a perception check.
22.
22. You press your ear against the door. You hear. It sounds like a snoring, a very deep, heavy set snoring. Somebody's sleeping in there. But you can't tell. It's a very boisterous, loud snoring. Somebody is catching some serious Z's inside that room. It's enough to at least reverberate through the door.
Somebody's sleeping in there.
Okay. Do you still want to check out the other door, or should we just open this one first? See if it's the Burgermaster.
Crowley will probably listen in on that door first, too.
Okay.
Do another perception?
Yep.
Or
Roll another perception check for door to your left, door to your left,
14.
door to your right. 14.
Yep.
Press your ear up against this door. Wait for a few minutes. Nothing. The only thing you can hear is the sound of snoring coming from the other side, from the other door.
Alright. I don't hear anything over here. Let's check the gold door first, I guess.
Okay.
I'll just keep an ear out to make sure the snoring continues.
Okay. You gonna open the door and try and go inside?
Yep.
All right. You try the handle. It's locked.
Okay. So it was D20.
Yes. Plus, so if you're gonna try and use your thieves' tools to unlock it, it's a
Yep.
D20 plus your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency modifier.
And my proficiency would be whatever my level is.
It's based on your level. It's 2 at level 4.
Oh, it's +2. Okay, so it's +4. All right. So 22.
22. This lock is a little more complicated than the one you had previously dealt with downstairs. But after a few minutes of trying and kind of finagling with it, takes you a little bit. And you're sitting there just concentrating while Thrixora holds up this candle next to you. Eventually, you finally get it. And the door unlocks.
Alrighty. He's gonna just peer inside to see if he sees anything interesting.
All right. You roll. I'm gonna have you roll another stealth check for me because this is a different stealthy action of you trying to actually peek into somebody's room while they're sleeping.
18.
18. Okay. You open the door to the room. Thrixora, are you still going to be holding the candle out so it kind of illuminates the room a little bit?
Yep.
Okay. God dang it.
Suddenly
Friggin' roll
everything
20.
turns black again.
Oh, every time.
So what if you hit add instead of delete? Maybe it's just reversed.
I have to go to hide areas and then click reveal areas again in order for it to work. So it's just random. It doesn't matter what I actually have selected. I have to like select them again for some reason.
Okay.
Crowley, you peek your head into this room. And the first thing that catches your eye are dolls. The room is full of pretty little dolls with powder white skin and auburn hair. Some of them dress very beautifully, some of them dress very plainly.
Do they look like the doll on my hip?
They don't look like the doll on your hip, at least not initially, but you do notice that it does look like a similar type of make. The porcelain that makes up the white skin is very similar.
Fuck. Is this asshole kidnapping kids?
Some of the dolls fill a very long bookshelf, and others are arranged in neat rows on wall mounted shelves. Still, others are piled atop of the bed you see in the far corner, on top of which, almost too large to fit on this small twin sized bed, a very big man with a very large demon arm. Kind of his arm slung over his shoulder, just mouth agape, almost drooling, completely asleep. Ezek, snoring very loudly. You see, he has one of the dolls in his arms. If you're looking around, roll a perception check for me.
7.
7. You would have to really get a good look at these dolls, you'd have to get closer to them. But nonetheless, this room gives off a very creepy vibe, especially with Ezek standing or sleeping right there.
I'm gonna gently close the door and just go to Xora. Big scary dude's in there with the arm. He likes dolls, it seems.
That makes things a lot more complicated.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Curious.
Let's go into the other room quick. I want to see
Okay.
if the burgomaster's in there.
You're trying the room across the hallway?
Yep. All right, hold on. Let me do this again.
Oh, I have to do the thing again.
Is this the other room locked?
The other room is not locked. It opens pretty easily, actually.
Oh, okay.
You try the
Well,
door and it opens up, and you take a quick peek inside.
Is the snoring still happening?
The snoring is still happening from the door behind you. You managed not to awaken. It was a pretty good stealth roll. You peek in, and floor to ceiling shelves line every wall of this windowless room. The number of books contained in this room is nothing short of astounding. There is a mass, just every wall is lined with stacks and stacks of books. A brass oil lamp sits atop a large desk in the center of the room. And the chair behind the desk is comfortably padded and has a symbol of a roaring bear stitched into its back cushion. The desk seems to have a few reading implements, knickknacks, and some writing utensils. Seems to be a library of some sort.
No bones.
No bones.
Almost don't. We definitely need a new plan. I can't set this place on fire. Okay, Crowley, that flash. I think we should investigate the source further.
All right. I'm going to assume that there's stairs over here somewhere. Where do you
I
think they are?
we need to check the other rooms. I would assume that they're either in one of the rooms here, or alternatively, there's a staircase going up behind this door or behind this door. We just need to check them.
All right. We're gonna start just going door to door, checking to see
Okay.
which one's open.
Do going
Is
through
this one
all the
open?
doors.
Is this
Um,
one locked?
the door on your right, immediate right as you go down the hallway, is not locked, and you open that one to reveal. If I can reveal it, come on, work for me, baby, work for me. There we go. Um, this is a. Let me go to my notes here real quick. It's a pretty handsomely appointed. This one looks a lot nicer than the bedrooms you had seen downstairs. Uh, it's got like a canopied bed, a low bookshelf filled with a few books, a full-length mirror, and a wooden frame on the wall across from the door. And to the north, a very fancy-looking leaded window, full of leaded glass window with very nice drapery. But nothing stands out to you immediately. It just seems like a normal room. The bed is empty, as far as you can tell.
Okay, let's check the next one over here.
You moved up and go to this left door. This one is locked.
Crowley.
I'm on it. Do we still hear snoring?
You do you go to the other door and check if the snoring's still happening?
Yeah, Thuxora is actually gonna go back here, and what she's also gonna do is she is gonna try to see through the keyhole if there's a key in it from the other side, or if it actually was locked from the outside.
If there's a keyhole for the key, you mean?
What she's basically gonna do is she's gonna gently open the door again and feel around it to see if there's a key inside the keyhole on the inside.
Oh, if there's a key inside the door.
To see if he locked himself in or someone else locked
Okay,
him in.
okay.
Yep.
You do notice that the lock is actually only from the inside. You can't. There's a little hole like for forcing it to unlock from the outside using a special, what looks to be like a little special, some kind of device or something like that to force the lock open from the outside in case something happens or if a lockpick person comes along. But the key is meant to only go in from the other side. And you reach around, feel, doesn't seem to be any sort of key on the lock side of the door.
Okay.
Seems to have been locked from the inside. Interesting note, Crowley, you do notice that this door you're moving up to does have a lock on the outside. It is meant to be locked from the outside.
All right. Maybe there's bones. All right. Can I use the roll I used on accident?
What do you?
Because I thought I needed to unlock the other door. So I went.
I would just roll again. Did you not roll well?
No, I did.
Oh, did you?
Okay.
Oh.
I got a 20 now. Never mind. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Okay, you rolled. Okay, you got a 20.
Yeah, I got a 20 or 24.
Just barely managed to open it. You again play with the lock a little bit. This one's about just as difficult as the lock you had picked before. Takes you a little bit, but it's kind of easier knowing that the lock comes from this side as opposed to the other side, and you manage to pick the lock.
Okay. I'm gonna peek in.
You open the door and peek inside to
Huh.
not what you'd expect. Immediately, what hits your senses is the smell. It smells very, very
Dead?
uh, not dead. Very. It smells like a combination of bo and raw sewage. It is not a good smell in here. This looks like it was at one point just some sort of closet, but shelves have been ripped off and chains have been um, nailed to the back of this closet. And attached to those chains, you see an almost naked man wearing nothing but a loincloth. Hair scraggly, drooping over his eyes, arms chained to the wall, head drooped as he snores slightly, apparently asleep.
Do we know that man?
Um, roll a perception check.
13.
22.
You don't know the man, but upon close examination, you can tell he has not been well taken care of. He is slightly emaciated, and it doesn't look like he's had a very good hygiene over the past. It's been a very long time since he's had a bath.
Kind of understandable if he's locked up here.
Does he look anything like the vampire that we found earlier? A few weeks back?
Oh, you mean
Would we be able to identify if he were a vampire?
you with that perception check? Yeah, you guys kind of look at him, look at the color of his skin. He does not seem to be pale skinned like Dormu was. Um, he is seems to be blood and flesh. Not there's no undead signs or tendencies that immediately jump out at you.
Alright.
Thuxora just looks at Crowley and is like, the longer we are in this house, the more happy I am that we didn't set it on fire.
Yeah.
But I think I have a new plan. And that
Well,
involves freeing this poor bastard.
yep.
So, Crowley,
Put a token here just to. It's not what. That's obviously not what he looks like, but that's a token for him, anyways.
Crowley's gonna go in and he's gonna walk up to the man, but he's gonna put his hand over his mouth and then like kind of tap his face to wake him up, but to keep him silent.
Okay, you put your hand over his mouth and immediately just.
Shh. We're not gonna hurt you. We're gonna get you out of here, but first we need to ask you a few questions.
He kind of nods his head.
See, I'm gonna let my
between the
hand.
two of you.
I'm gonna let my hand off your mouth. Do not yell. Whisper. He slowly lets his hand off of his mouth.
You can see a very frightened, heavy breathing, but he doesn't scream at the top of his lungs.
What's your name?
Who are you? Who are
We're
who?
out.
Who? Who are? Who? You're not.
We're
the-
outsiders. We came in here to do something else, but we ended up finding you, and you seem like you need help. So, but what's your name?
Oh, Udo. Udo Lukovic.
How did you get here?
I was taken a week ago. Please let me out. Let me out of here. Take me away.
All right, you need to relax. I'm gonna undo your chains, but you need to stay close to us and be very quiet.
You can see him like sort of starting to draw breath and become very panicked. Roll a persuasion check to try and keep him calm.
7. Thixora, do you want to come in and try and calm him down?
Yeah.
My persuasion is not great.
I will allow it. I failed. Thixor, get in here.
That is
Alright.
a 19.
Okay, what are you saying to calm him down?
Thuxor is gonna be like, hey buddy, we are here because we want shit on the burgomaster, and you might be perfect. So our highest priority right now is to get you out of this house in one piece, and to hide you away from him. But for that, you need to work with us. Okay?
You can see it as he kind of brushes away his brown, very unkempt hair. He's got a bit of a. It doesn't look like a full. He doesn't have like a full on like survivalist beard or anything like that. It seems to be pretty much just a bit of heavy stubble on his face. It pretty much looks like my chin. Um, he looks up at you. Uh, okay. Yes.
You got family? Alright, we're gonna get you back to see them. Just keep thinking about them and keep yourself calm. We need to be very quiet and sneak out of here, okay? Alright. Should we start moving?
Yep.
Okay, bye, little blue. Sorry, hold on, give me a second. Have a good one. I don't know how long ago you sent that message, but I'm sorry. I hope you have a good one. And I'm so curious how your session went, Ruku. You have to tell me later.
Are they seeing any more blue lights outside?
Wee woo, wee woo. What?
Woo, woo, woo. You
It's just the
there,
cops from
standing
Monty
in the
Python?
bushes. No. Actually, roll a perception check. Actually, you guys.
Who?
The people standing watch outside.
Yeah.
Is the big, ugly lumbering man walking with a sword?
15.
15. And Botak? Let's see what Irina rolled. Irina rolled a natural 1. She's so helpful right now.
This is
Always.
perception, right?
Yep.
Yep.
16.
16. Ooh. That just barely beats it. You don't notice any flashing lights. At least any haven't shown up, and you guys in the second floor haven't heard any more footsteps or anything like that coming from the attic.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys do notice, those of you keeping watch, quietly, perched on one of the trees, a raven. Just
Fuck. Kill that fucker.
kind of sitting there, moving its head back and forth.
Raven.
Doesn't seem to be.
Um,
It's weirdly enough that it's not doing its It's quiet. It is a very silent raven.
The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
How dare the raven outstealth us?
fucking
You
reading.
just barely it rolled poopy on raven.
You know,
It rolled raven poopy.
I'm getting kind of tired of ravens.
Where are the chickens?
Where's the chickens?
Yeah, where are the
Why only
stuffed
ravens
chickens?
perched in trees? Where's the chickens in the trees?
Yeah, where are the chickens?
Look at
The
all
tree
them
chickens.
tickets.
Okay,
Well,
what are you guys doing? What's
we're trying to get our buddy out of here.
okay? How are you
Um,
doing that?
because with all this happening and memorizing the few rooms that she already knew, Foxora hatched a new plan on how to take down the Burgomaster, and that is by execution through public mob, because evidently he takes prisoners and he has a whole room full of dolls, which is obviously very weird and crazy, so maybe he has also been stealing kids. And if he comes along being like, yeah, my scary demon arm dude sleeps in the room with all the dolls, the public will probably not believe him.
Roll an insight check for me, real quick,
An
Hmm.
inside
just out of
check.
curiosity. Just Thyrxora. Oh, actually, no, Crowley too. Crowley, you can roll an insight check.
Inside. That is a 20.
16.
Okay, Thyrxora, you roll pretty good. There was something particularly off-putting about those dolls. You couldn't put your finger on it. You would have to look at them further, but there was definitely something strange, and you noticed all the dolls were extremely similar to each other.
Can this dude walk on his own?
You see him like struggle a bit as he tries to right himself, and he kind of shakes. I'm okay.
Thixor, can you help him stand and stay balanced?
Okay.
Are the dolls close enough to the door that Crowley could just reach in and grab one quick?
Yeah, you could probably just quick snatch one off of the nearby shelf. But you'd have to
All
kind
right.
of go in there and open the door and move around again.
Okay. I want to take one to see if it's like the one we have.
Okay.
I mean, I can do some magic analysis later on. I just would rather not do it inside this building where
Yeah,
there's
no,
a person
I just
still
want to
awake.
take one. Or would you rather mage hand it out?
I mean, I could do that too.
Okay.
Um, all three of you, if you're moving past Ezek's room, roll another stealth check for me. And you can just do the one stealth check
21.
for you, Crowley, if you're going to reach for that doll.
19.
Okay.
And 21.
Udo rolls not good, but
Oh,
that's okay.
fuck.
You passed the group check. You're fine. You guys, Crowley,
Yeah.
you were making extra with your expertise at stealth. You were making extra sure that Udo, he's kind of. It's hard for him to move about without making a lot of noise. He's kind of wobbling back and forth, and you're making sure that he doesn't slam into any walls or creak any floorboards or anything like that. So, with you guys' help, you managed to not alert Ezek. Crowley, you slowly open the door, reach
I'm gonna
inside.
grab 2 dolls
Okay. You
so we can expect both.
you grab what was your stealth roll? It was like 20 something, right?
Yeah, it was 21.
Okay. You grab two of the dolls without issue. You very silently watching Ezek take two of them from the shelf.
I'm just gonna tie him to my hip next to the other two.
Okay.
Or the other one.
Okay. You are now Crowley the doll collector.
They have friends.
He's a friend for you.
Alright. We're gonna just kinda help Udo get out.
Okay. All right. You close the door, I assume, right? Or are you leaving it open?
I'll close the door.
Okay.
Can I relock it?
Not without the key.
Okay, never mind then. I'll close the door, regardless.
Okay. Um. eh, before you end up closing the door, you can, because if you were kind of like looking at the room and inspecting Ezek, roll a perception check for me. Just I'll give you the benefit of.
15.
Okay, 15 is enough. You do notice a pair of keys at Ezek's side while you were in that room.
Fuck.
You assume
Like
that's how
on
he
him?
locked the door. Yes, on kind of one of his belt loops.
Fuck.
Are they physically attached to something, or
They looked. He doesn't really have like a very. It's not like he's wearing full leather or anything like that. It seems to be a very cloth-based accessories. They're kind of haphazardly tied into his cloth trousers, um, but it doesn't look like they're like locked into. Like he doesn't have like an um, anti key thief.
So I'd be able to get it off fairly easy if I tried. As long as I passed sleight of hand, I'm assuming.
Minus the fact that it's jangly keys, and you would still have to pull them off of his person, so it would not be easy, but you could potentially.
Do we do it?
I mean, tomorrow they're gonna figure out that somebody was here anyways, because the prisoner is gone. So
All right, fuck it. If anything, we book it.
what?
If anything, we just go.
We have a half dead person that we're dragging with us. Just running is not the option here.
Well, you go ahead. Get downstairs.
Get downstairs.
Go
Okay,
wait by
these
the door.
I
keys.
still want to investigate the attic, but priority is getting our friend out of here.
Yes, and if we get these keys, we might be able to come back. So, yeah, you go take him downstairs.
Okay, Vexar
Crowley's
is
gonna
gonna
go
take
in.
him downstairs
Okay.
and out of the back door back to the others.
Okay. Easy enough. There's the guard is still unconscious in the bush. At least you assume
Maybe
so. You haven't
why
checked
don't
the
you
bush.
grab?
And
I was
Guido,
gonna
what
say
was
maybe
that?
grab some of the armor or something that's on them, and to kind of cover them up and disguise them a little if you can.
She's already gone.
I'm currently carrying a half dead person.
Okay, never mind then. All right. Yeah, Crowley's gonna go in
Okay.
and try and get those keys.
Okay. Keeping with your previous stealth check, I will keep that one. Roll a sleight of hand to try and lift these keys from him without disturbing the
19.
You reach your hand over, get a hold on the keys, trying to put like your fingers in a place where the keys won't rattle together when you pull it off. You begin to tug a little bit. You see him. Ezek pulls this doll even closer. With this kind of beautiful red dress and the porcelain white face, just kind of squeezes it to the point where the doll begins to like, you can kind of hear like a cracking noise. You tug a little bit harder. You rip a small piece of fabric from the side of his belt, and the keys quickly snap loose, and you kind of have to, for a moment, you kind of hold there in place, looking at him. Continues to snore.
Okay, I'm getting my ass out of there.
Okay, you quickly move out of the door, shut it behind you, and are you moving to catch up with Thurxora?
Yep.
All right, easy enough. You move down the stairs, don't run into any trouble. Guard is still unconscious. You close all the doors behind you, sneak out of the house, and reconnoiter with the rest of your group of friends outside of the mansion. The rest of you outside, who have been keeping watch this whole time for anything, after noticing the raven, um, you keeping an eye on that, you see Thurxora appear with a strange, battered looking, emaciated man in tow behind her.
Hey guys, we had a little change of plan.
Oh God, you're alive. What's happening? Who the fuck's what's happening?
Uh,
Was that Tom or
Um,
Gwen? What is
both.
happening?
so,
um,
um, turns out we need to do this a little bit differently because there was a thing that we didn't calculate with. That's that his demon arm man is living here with him.
Oh
What?
well, that's
so that's
even
why we
better.
didn't hear any fire or anything like that.
And
Um,
he had a person chained up um,
oh,
next to his bedroom.
I'm assuming that's it.
Yep,
Um,
that's him. And very spooky room full of dolls. So I think instead of burning his house down, we should make this a court of public opinion.
Can we break
uh,
him? He stinks.
so
You see
I
the man just kind of,
oh,
his eyes are darting back and forth between all of you. He is very. Can I go see
you
my
know,
family?
are you able to walk?
I think so.
Okay. Real quick,
Um,
just give us a minute, and we'll let you head out. Okay.
Crowley's gonna head up, or is gonna show up to you
Okay.
guys.
About this time,
Good.
Crowley shows up.
Good news. I got the keys. I don't know if they work yet, but we can try them next time. First off. Second
Wait,
off, we gotta get this guy out of here.
when's next
so
time?
so here is my plan. I don't think bringing him back to his family and letting him stay there is safe for them. So,
Obviously not.
um, but I can understand that he wants to see them. So
Oh,
I would say we have him stop by his family's house, say or tell them that he's doing good and that he's fine, and then we're gonna bring him to Lady Fiona's manor because she will be more than delighted to shelter somebody who might have a lot of shit on the burgomaster.
well, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Just, I mean, capturing and imprisoning somebody, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Please, I
Do you
just
know
want to
why
return to
you
my
were?
family.
Do you know why you were taken in?
I, I just realized you guys. We didn't actually roll to unlock his manacles, but I would assume Crowley did it. It wasn't a high roll, anyways.
I was wondering what, because I was waiting for you to ask me,
Yeah, my
and then
brain was just
said
like my
you
brain
just
just
said
for
Forgot.
some reason
yeah,
attributed the door to the manacles, like you would unlock the manacles and not the door. But
he
It's okay.
kind of brushed his hair aside, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I got the things off. Fine.
yeah,
Yep.
my bad. I it wasn't a high roll anyways, so you guys are fine. You probably would have just you would have gotten it no problem.
I probably would have gotten it open. Again,
The
do
big
you
key
know?
was the door.
Do you know why you were taken in the first place?
I, the Baron had me arrested for, well, I made a mistake. I wrote a sign. saying during the Wilside Jamboree, I decided to. It was a dumb idea. I was upset at the Baron. He had. His guardsman, Ezek, had come and disturbed my business the day before. And I wrote a sign saying that the Valachian should feed the Baron to the wolves. He did not like that.
He seems like a little bitch.
Yep.
Oh,
Please, I just want to go back to my family.
The problem is if we bring you back to your family now,
It could put
neither
them
of
in
you,
danger.
neither your family nor you will be safe.
mm-hmm. You've been let out. You've been pretty much broken out. He's gonna go there and look for them. It's best actually if we just go to your family's place, grab them, and all of you go to Lady Fiona's place, hide out there.
Fiona Walker.
Yes,
I
Mhm.
would feel.
she's mm,
I would
not
feel
a
in just as much
fan.
danger with Fiona as I would with the Baron. I.
Alternatively,
We can take him back,
maybe,
him and his family, back to the inn with us.
or we
That
hide
might be
them.
a plan
The
too.
problem is if they feel weird, suspicious, they will look there too. Maybe we bring them over to Ernst.
Ernst?
Wherever you think my family will be safe.
Hmm.
Just a simple shoemaker. I just have a wife and a daughter.
Hmm. Alternatively, I also still kind of want to investigate that attic.
We
I'm
have to come
still
back.
kind
We
of
can't do
young.
that right now.
Yeah, I think we should definitely come back another day.
You guys, I don't know how long it's been.
Okay.
How long has it been
How long has it been since
since we started doing everything?
you started sneaking around at the mansion?
Since we got here at the mansion, yeah.
The moon seems to be pretty decently up high in the sky. You would guess it is maybe 2 or 3 a.m. Something like that.
Okay.
So you still have a few more
Well,
hours before day.
Still have a few hours before judging by the moon and lights so far.
That's not
We still
why.
have quite enough time.
Big Udo.
I
To,
saw that waffles.
You didn't see anything.
Yeah, I did.
I may have stretched
I saw just
way huge.
to investigate it if you guys want.
The problem is that the burgomaster seems to be awake at the moment, so there is relatively high risk of running into him. I
Wait,
would say
what?
the probably most
How do you know he's
sensible
awake?
thing- He wasn't in the room that we assume is his bedroom, plus we heard people walking around, so yeah. So
Wait,
let us do it like this. Let us do it like this.
I mean,
You guys, and she points at Botek, Gwyn, Arena, and no, actually, Botek, Gwyn, and Crowley. You guys make sure that our friend Udo and his family are safe. Bring him to Ernst. I, on the other hand, are going to. I'm going to visit Lady Fiona again, and bring her up to speed.
Okay. I don't know if Ernst is the best place to be. This place is kind of small.
The church. Bring them to the church.
That could work. That could work.
Irina also speaks up. I can do whatever is necessary. I can escort him if you would like. Just let me know how I can be of help.
Church could work. Church probably has enough room everywhere.
why don't we have Irina take him to the church?
Yeah, that could be a good point.
I just feel bad leaving her alone with that task.
I, I think I will be fine. If this is what I can do to help, I would gladly do it.
S- If you're gonna do this, stick to the shadows and don't get caught.
Mm-hmm.
I will. I think, from what I've seen, the guard presence in this town is lax everywhere but the walls. So hopefully I should be fine. The only thing I'm
Okay.
worried about is. She looks up at the raven. Well, where the raven was. In the time you guys have been talking, the raven is gone. About, about
Uh,
watchful eyes. But
so
I think I can do it.
okay.
Where should I take him? To the church then?
Yeah,
Yeah, to the
Father
take him
church.
to the
Church.
church.
Okay.
Once we're back, we'll figure out. Oh, we will fetch your family with you. But for now, you need to stay in the church because it's the safest place for you.
Please, my family is they're the ones who are most important.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and we will get them out. But right
And
now, we need to hide you so that no one realizes you're gone right now.
If before that though,
the Baron will know I'm gone. He will be very
Oh yeah,
upset.
they're definitely gonna know that you're gone.
yeah, um,
Ah,
before you go to the church though, where can we find your house? Where can we find your family, and how can we convince them to come with us?
I can guide you to them. It is on the western side of town.
okay.
Ah,
Uh,
okay. If it's on the western side of town, that's good because that's where the church is.
just have Irina here take you to your home, and then go to the church afterwards. Um, do we want to go investigate the whatever that light is, or save that for another night?
I think
Because
we should come
honestly,
back
we gotta.
later. I mean, we have keys now.
I mean, yeah, we have keys, but now there's. If we come back later, there's gonna be even more guards around.
Yeah,
That is also
maybe
true.
maybe we should just go investigate now. We'll send Irina, and then make our way back once
Okay.
we're done.
Ah,
Um.
you guys just gotta be extremely careful.
Yep.
If
Botek, Gwyn. Um.
if me and Gwen go in there,
The
we're gonna cause nothing but a commotion.
Going in
we
swinging.
know that. We know that. The thing is. The back door is open. That's your route in. If something happens, I will cast a thunder wave. You should be able to hear that. So
Oh
if
yeah.
you hear a big bang, feel free
Then
to rush in as quickly as possible. Once you
yeah,
enter the back door, there is a small staircase to the right of the room. That is your way up.
understood. Case it is like 7:30. Thomas probably passing out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I was waiting until we were getting to a stopping point here.
Round
Um,
2 next week.
Yeah.
Irina, Irina is going to.
sorry guys that we kind of took so long.
It's no worries.
It's D&D. It's you know what
It
happens sometimes.
sometimes
Everybody gets
happens.
their moments to
Did
shine with their specialties. So
did
Mhm.
you enjoy the show so far?
I mean, I'm sitting there the entire time like, let's make a bet and see if they actually set the place on fire or get caught by somebody and is totally gonna not do the
yeah, this
plan.
kept rolling pretty decent. So
I was
and I
halfway
kept
right.
rolling
You guys
pretty
didn't do the
low,
plan.
which is impressive because usually stealth missions in D&D always end up going ass backwards. So this is actually a pleasant surprise for me.
God, and I think we had the scariest moment of the campaign so far with the keys.
Yeah, you very close with that one.
Oh, also, I found these dolls. We'll talk about that more later.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, this is a good closing place. Tama, I know, definitely needs to get to bed based on the
Yeah.
one sentence she
What?
spoke where it's like, what's going
You're
on?
alive?
What is life
I like to think that
anymore?
Gwen's actually like super tired because it's like 2 a.m. and she's just like,
I mean,
Must
she's a
stay
dragonborn, right?
awake.
Are
I need my
are,
dragon nap.
are
Dragon nap.
dragonborn waffles? Are dragonborn warm up, cold blooded?
Hey, tier. Dragonborn. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure they're warm blooded. There's not a whole lot of difference between them, and you would think that
Okay.
they would be cold blooded because they're lizards, but apparently that is not the case.
Yeah,
They
the
don't have
reason
actually
for
a lot
me
of lizard
asking
attributes.
is that if they were cold blooded, that would explain why they're not doing good at night, because usually cold blooded species do
Yeah, this
not
is
do
cold in
good
here.
at
I'm
night
shutting down.
because it's cold, yeah.
No, that would suck for
Noise.
any Dragonborn doing like an ice, like a cold winter campaign. They'd just be like, "Help! Can't move."
I just want a nap in the bush.
Yeah, sleepy time. Okay, well, we will pick back up in the Burgomaster's mansion next time on this one. Congratulations for everything not going topsy turvy. Um, yeah, that was actually amazing roll with the improvised big rock above the head. I can't believe you got that immediately. That's so funny.
Yeah, that was so lucky. That could have
And
gone
it looks like
extremely
that's pretty
poor
much
Yeah.
what the
with like you could have gotten like 2 1s, and then Crowley's attack could have not done enough to take him out.
Yeah.
That could have gone so bad.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I actually had a few other things queued up in case that would have not worked. Because the
you had
next
a
thing I
few
would have
things ready to
done
go.
is I would have silenced them up temporarily with command,
Oh yeah, yeah.
because I can basically be like, silence, and then they can't
Silence
speak
everything,
for
and
a
then he
turn.
can't shout. Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, silence is really good in the right circumstances. But anyways, thank you all. Gwyn and Botak, I'm sorry you guys kind of just had to stay watch the whole time.
Trust me, no problem. I got to chat with everybody and have a fun time.
That's good.
But yeah, somebody's got to be on lookout duty, and the entire
Yeah.
time, Botech was just like, if this whole thing goes south,
You gotta have backup gang.
this is gonna be a
You gotta have the
bad
SWAT
way,
team
but we're
ready to
gonna have to
bust in at
go.
any moment.
Yeah, me and Gwen were basically a SWAT team, just gonna go
On
like, all
standby.
right, bust down doors, smash through everything, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Grab some people, and then we
Breach,
just
breach,
book it
breach.
out of velocity. Because what if we go in and the burgomaster's just like spots everybody? That's it. We had to leave town.
I was ready to
Or
yeet
kill the
the
Burgomaster.
gnome through the window for quick access.
Oh my god, could you imagine? Could you imagine? We're up there, Isaac just waking up, and suddenly Botek flies through the window. It's
you
raining and
just
cold.
you just see from the second story window, his body just ragdolling out.
Or he confuses
Or just
Botak as
jungle
as
flying
all
through trees.
Yeah.
laying in the bed.
And Crowley, you got a
It's too
pretty
close
good
to him.
look at his demon arm when you were that close. That is a beastly looking. That is not
If we eat it, we
from
can
this
gain his
realm.
powers.
Yes, that's
You
how
know what
it
I
works.
just noticed?
What's that?
You could have literally just stabbed your dagger through his throat, and he would have been done right there.
I
Maybe.
mean,
Maybe it's always
no
a question mark
yeah,
with D and
there's no
D.
guarantee. That's the only reason why I didn't do it. Plus, you don't know if maybe he's under his control or we're trying not to kill innocents as much as we can.
Alternatively,
Yeah.
oh, that would have been another good one. We could have stolen his keys, then locked him in his room, and then set the house on fire.
Oh, but you want your books.
True. Yeah, Toxara, when she saw the reading room, she just was like,
Oh yeah.
"Fuck! I can't
the
set
room
this
was
place on fire."
stacked wall to wall, just stacked.
Aw,
with
that's
bookies.
perfect burning material, though.
Yeah, it would have lit up like a
But
Christmas
it's
tree.
books. It's books full of knowledge that could help us. And even if it's just books full of stories, that's full of stories that Toxara can tell later.
There's
But
only one way to find
burning
out.
books.
um,
It's not
all right.
Otek,
1945
Otek,
anymore.
as a German, I tell you, burning books is never a good idea.
Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah, I know.
Anyone?
Anyway,
Who do we want to raid? Um,
I'm gonna be going on to playing Gunfire Reborn.
gun,
So
gun,
it'll be see
Gunflare,
Gunfire Reborn.
Gunfire Reborn. Was
It's
that the
pretty
MMO?
fun. No, 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 no. It's a roguelike that is you get powers and different type of guns
Oh,
to go through multiple levels. Me and Killing are going on a nightmare run,
oh, that
and I'm
sounds
gonna
cool.
see about that.
Okay, sweet.
But yeah, who shalleth we raideth, Mr.
Waffles.
I
Waffles?
have no idea.
Do
I
you
will tell you
remember?
guys later.
Okay,
Do
bye
you
bye, Chachi.
remember? Bye, Chachi.
Bye, Chachi.
See you
Bye-bye.
later. Do you remember Lana
Lana.
in Johnny's community early on? She was a desktop user, very big Zelda fan.
Yeah.
Played Euro Truck Simulator a lot.
Barely. I do kind of briefly. I've met a lot of people.
Okay.
It's kind of a very fuzzy.
'Cause I was
That
gonna say that they are live right now.
okay. If you uh if they yeah, I'm okay with
All right,
rating
You
here.
them.
shall give
That's totally
us the
fine.
link.
Yeah, give
Yep.
us a link.
Give me a second. Here, putting it right in the D&D chat. Um,
Then, once we're done streaming,
Lana Violet.
I actually have a little thing that I wanted to talk about with you, Waffles.
Okay.
But we can't do that on stream because spoilerinos.
Oh
haha.
no.
You guys can't know what's going on, losers.
No spoilers. Okay, okay. All right, let's raid Lana then. What are they doing? They're playing Euro Truck Simulator. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you everybody for playing.
Mhm.
Thank you, Tama, for staying awake this far. I got hiccups. Sorry. And everybody who's hung out and everything. I hope you guys had a fun time. It was very interesting. I was so expecting things to go south, but you guys actually managed to pull off some stealth missions in D&D. It's Borderlands meets roguelike. Oh, okay, Killing. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that sounds fun. I'll have to check that out at some point. Um, all right, I'm ready to raid Lana whenever
So am
you
I.
are,
Give me
Deadly.
the countdown, Waffle Man.
The countdown is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
3, 2, 1.
2, 1 raid. Let's go. All right, bye guys. See everybody.
Bye,
I will see you
guys.
tomorrow. Bye bye.
I wonder if she